Welcome to Shomach Shav on the Daf Shir sponsor L'Nishma Asar Mekashom Le'Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding Metzia Daf Samich Dalet. The Gemara Amud Beis brings the concept that Rav Nachman said, Avdo Nehum Kreisei Lo Shavi. A slave is not worth the food he eats, meaning he doesn't deserve anything. He doesn't even worth the amount that you need to feed him. And even though the Gemara continues and says that the Rav Nachman was referring to Dori Avdi, his slave Dori, but there is a Musar Haskel that has to do with every Yid. And this is what the Ma'or Einaim brings in two places, Pashas Matos and Pashas Vayischanim. He says each person in Am Yisrael really doesn't deserve anything from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nobody can come and say, I deserve something. I need to get something because I'm worth so much. Because really HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't need anything from us. And everything that He gives us, it's all a chesed from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we are under the category of Avda Flu Nehum Kreisei Lo Shavi. It's not worth anything. We're not worth anything. Klape Kutchabrichu. And Mimeli, he says, we need to know that whatever HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us, it comes from Midas HaRachamim, the chesed of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's why we need to be noeg in the same midah. Mahu rachum, avata rachum, mahu chanon, avata chanon. A person needs to act the same way. And he says, and that's why he brings the Pashas Matos. He says that's the reason a person has to have a rachmanis on his friend. A person gives tzedakah to somebody else. You should not think, oh, does he really deserve it? Does he really need to get it? Because the same way he acts, that's the same way HaKadosh Baruch Hu will act with him. And because we don't deserve anything, because of this line in the Gemara, so a person starts cheshboning if somebody else deserves, if somebody else needs to get, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu will look at him the same way. And in Parshas Vayischanim he adds that all the parnasa that we get from Shemayim, it's always in the same way. We really don't deserve it. And that's why it says, the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives parnasa to every person, it's a chetz of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Nobody deserves it. Nobody is able to come and demand it. And that's why everybody has to be me'oirer, the hashpah from above, to get parnasa. Even if he already has parnasa, he continues there and says, he needs to continue the hashpah, to continue having the parnasa, and to also be able to enjoy it and benefit from it. Because everything that we have is a matana from above that we don't deserve. And just to conclude with a beautiful ha'ara that I saw the Sif Chaim points out, because the Gemara in Pesachim of Kuftet Zayin says that Rav Nachman told Doru, his slave, what if you have a master who releases you and gives you gold and silver, what do you have to do? He says you have to be mishabeach and say thank you. So Rav Nachman says I don't have to say manishtano, because you pointed out the obvious how we need to be mishabeach HaKadosh Baruch Hu. According to the Ma'or Einaim, it's very meduyak. Doru, the Eved of Nachman, represents Klal Yisrael, because he represents the fact that we don't deserve anything from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If Doru doesn't deserve anything, he understands what is the great Maila that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us, the Kesef Ezov. He sent us out of Mitzrayim. He gives us everything that we have. He appreciates it so much. So through Doru Avdei, that's how we are able to appreciate Yetzias Mitzrayim. It's specifically Doru Avdei where Am Yisrael is compared to. Anyone who wants to join the Shomach Shava email list to WhatsApp group, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.